Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm working on a little project right now, and I'm actually going to do a video about it and put it up here in a day or two. And I don't know if you can see, yeah, there's a little bit of it right there. But whenever I'm working on it, just a second, whenever I'm working out here, I usually put on my headphones. I leave one ear off just to make sure that I can hear any peripheral noises that may be coming from the woods. Not that I've ever had any like real close encounters, maybe a moose now or then. Moosey Moose. Hello. How are you, Moose? You're looking pretty healthy. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a survivor. But what I do is I just listen to my podcast while I'm out here, working by myself. And I usually listen to it off my tablet. I leave my tablet on my deck. And I listen to it while I'm working. And then whenever that podcast is over, I go over there to change it. And so I go over there to change it. It's probably, I don't know, about 7 o'clock in the morning right now. So I've been out here for a little bit. So I go over there to change my podcast because it was over. And by the way, Valuetainment, great YouTube channel. Highly recommended. Valuetainment. Right? And then I see this news feed pop up on Zero Hedge. And the news feed is this. The NHS just edited their monkey thing page, meaning that the NHS, which I believe is the National Health Service of the UK, right? So it's the National Health Service of the UK. They just changed a lot of things on their original page where they talked about that monkey thing. Why am I doing this video? Because as soon as I seen this, I didn't even read the full article. But I already knew. I already know what it is that they're doing. They're starting to change the narrative. They're starting to change what they've said about this monkey thing in the past because they don't want us to know before they take whatever actions they're going to take. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to do it. But it just makes a lot of sense, ladies and gentlemen, that if we educate ourselves now about what this thing really is, how dangerous it is, if it is dangerous at all right, before they start changing the definitions that have existed for years, then if they know that we know the truth now, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to justify locking people down and stealing their livelihoods and treating them like second-class citizens and making them lose their jobs and making them do things that they don't want to do, that the people don't want to do, just so that they can keep their jobs. Now is the time. All right. I'm not sure if this monkey thing is being thrown out there to divert our attention away from something else, because there's so many things going on right now, in the world, especially with the internet. It's such a small world now that when something happens here, you hear about it in minutes through social media. So I don't know if that is their objective, if that's what they're trying to do. But I do know this, that if we educate ourselves now, and these people who are the ones that made the decisions to lock down the world before, which has encountered all of the problems that we are currently facing, all right, ladies and gentlemen, all of the unemployment, all of the closures, all of these policies that have pretty much decimated the working man and the working woman. If we educate ourselves now, and they know that we know what they're up to, they're not going to go through with it. Eventually, if enough of us are educated and push back now before they do anything, hopefully what I'm telling you right now would just be a C theory. You can come back 6 months from now and says, you see, AP told you they weren't up to anything. Right. I'll be happy if that's what happens, because if enough of us are educated, they won't do it, because they've already been caught before they even started. Let me read a little bit of this to you, because it's not a very long read. And I'll leave the link to this article in the description of the video. No, in a pinned comment, all right? It says here, a few days ago in the UK, the NHS edited their monkey thing page. Why did they edit their monkey thing page? That's my question. To alter the narrative in a few key ways. First, they removed a paragraph from the "How do you get it?" section. Up until a few days ago, according to archived links, The monkey thing page said this regarding to person-to-person transmissions. So just a few days ago, before they edited it, this is what it said. Quote, "It's very uncommon to get the monkey thing from a person with the infection because it does not spread easily between people." That's what it said before. Now, after the media has gone out there and shown you all of these crazy pictures of the very worst case scenarios. Look at this. Look at all the lumps. Look at all these disgusting pictures of the worst case scenarios of this certain monkey thing. Now that they've primed you, now they're going back in there and changing the narrative. This has now been totally removed. The quote that I just quoted you of was there. All right. Secondly, they removed the paragraph which was present up until last November of 2021, and maybe much more recently. There are no archives between November and May. This is what it says now. The monkey thing is usually a mild illness that will get better on its own. Oh, I'm sorry, this is what it used to say. We're still on what it used to say. That will get better on its own without treatment. Listen to what it's saying. This is what it used to say. The monkey thing is usually a mild illness that will get better on its own without treatment. Some people can develop more serious symptoms. Sorry, it keeps getting dark. So patients without the monkey thing in the UK are cared for in special hospitals. And now the new treatment paragraph reads, this is how the new one reads, all right? Treatment for the monkey thing aims to relieve symptoms. Sounds great. This illness is usually mild and most people recover in 2 to 4 weeks. Now it may need treatment and most people recover in 2 to 4 weeks. You may need to stay in a specialized hospital. Now you may need to be isolated from the rest of the population in a specialized hospital for this, whereas just a couple of months ago it read nothing of the kind or nothing of the sort. So your symptoms can be treated and to prevent the infection from spreading to other people, whereas before they said that the infection is very difficult or not easily transmitted from people to people. Ladies and gentlemen, it's up to us. This is why I'm putting this video out, so that people can be informed. Share this. I almost never ask anyone on any video to share a video. Share this. I will leave the link to this so that you can read it for yourselves. That way you know that I'm not lying to you and making stuff up. And you can actually archive these things. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when you archive something, it means that it does have a fingerprint on the internet, that it was there before and someone purposefully took it down from their page. Let's not let them destroy any more lives by coming up with fake illnesses that may be a real illness, but the treatment that they are prescribing for it ends up destroying people's lives, and it ends up being a lot worse than if you would have just let nature take its course. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my opinion, 100% my opinion. But I hope, like I said, that in 6 months, people will come back and say, you see, nothing ever happened with that. That would be so great. It tells me that people are waking up and that these criminals that want to keep locking us down, all right, that want to keep locking down the world and making the poor poor and getting rid of the middle class, that they know that we're on to them and that we're not going to play that game anymore. It is up to you, ladies and gentlemen. It is up to all of us. And for those of you that are in law enforcement, please do the right thing. Please do the right thing for humanity. Be on the right side of history. A paycheck is not worth your soul.